Hey, everyone, it's Alvie as promised. I'm up with Grant Smith. He is hosting the Black Lives Matter protest in East End next Sunday, I believe the 13th. Yes. We'll put a link on in the profile before. So I promised you I'd go live. We are actually in the park. So before I go over and sit down with Grant, I'm going to put on my mask, because we're going to sit down and do this interview. What's up, Grant?
Hey, how are y'all?
Good. You ain't turned around yet. Like, these people got to know that I like to see that we're going to turn around.
Oh,
so, guys,
hello.
So, guys, this is Grant right here. Grant, how you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. First of all, thank you for actually doing the interview with me. Man, you are absolutely the talk of the town right now. You've set up an event. It's called a Black Lives Matter protest in East End, Sunday, September the 13th at 2 p.m. It's up here at the ICANN.
It's actually this part.
At the park. This is actually ICANN up here, so that's how we identify it.
Okay.
Up here. So just I want to make sure everybody knows where you're actually be at. So when you call it the park name, most people in the neighborhood would still refer it as the ICANN Center.
Yeah.
And that's what we use it for.
Okay.
So I do have some questions for you, and they're serious questions as well.
Okay.
Before we do that, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Because I've been reading some things on Facebook, and I want you to tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm 27 years old. I grew up here in East End my whole life. Like, when I first was born, I lived in Mableville for a few years, and then we moved out to East End because my mom was actually told us was the #1 school district in Arkansas, and it was at the time. So, I lived here my whole life, and I live in Little Rock now. I have a job in Little Rock, and I like weather, I like singing, photography, I'm a Christian, and, I'm just really passionate about spreading equality, bringing about peace, love, and fighting for equality. That's just something I'm really passionate about,
And I've heard you say that, and there's a couple of things. You actually said the Black Lives Matter movement is about peace, love, and equality.
Mm-hmm.
I was even shocked to hear you say that, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yes, I was, because so I can imagine what some of my some people. You need him to speak up, Lloyd? We're having some trouble here. I can put the camera. Yeah. So we'll get to speak up. So even when I heard you say that, I was kind of taken back, because I knew the people in our community was not going to see it that way at all.
Mm-hmm.
While I understand what the start of the Black Lives Matter protest was about, it has definitely evolved a little bit. So why would, when you say peace, love, and equality, what is it about the Black Lives Matters movement that makes you see the peace, love, and equality?
Well, the thing about it is,
if you need to, I can back up. You can take your mask down a little bit, and I can back up. That way they can hear you a little bit.
Well, the thing about it is, you see something on TV, but it's totally different if you go in person sometimes. The media likes to stir the pot. The media likes to show a certain side of things, They like to make you see something. And, I wasn't even sure about 100% about what it was about when I saw it on TV, until I decided, hey, I'm going to go out there myself and see what this is about. So I went to the ones in Little Rock, and I have never seen any negative things at these events. Literally, it's everybody coming together. Literally, so many different races.
But can I interrupt you there?
Sure.
And this is definitely a concern of the community.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you, and anyone that follows me knows I'm a constitutionalist. I told you that
right.
over the phone. While your rally might not, be things like the fear is, and it is, Grant, if you follow it, it is legitimate fear of the people that was not part of your protest that's come into our town, that doesn't show the peace, love, and equality that you speak about. Because peace, love, and equality is definitely part of what the Black Lives Matter started out. And you go to the rallies. on Facebook and stuff when I'm doing them, you know, it's like the peaceful protest ends, but that's not what's talked about. When you go home, it's about the wreckage and stuff that is left, not necessarily by your peaceful protesters, like you said, but the ones that are not peaceful. And dude, I gotta tell you, that's a legitimate fear here in East End. I had a, I don't want to misstate her age. She's a grandma.
Mm-hmm.
She raises her own granddaughter by herself. She lives out here all alone. And she was just one of many people that sent me a message yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're truly afraid.
That's crazy.
I mean, they are truly afraid, not about your protest,
mm-hmm.
but about what the protest will bring to our neighborhood. Now, no, part of what you said we'll learn, and you bring it up a lot
mm-hmm.
At this rally, is you'll bring up Black Lives Matter education.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to assume at this point, a lot of that fear in the neighborhood is from the lack of education.
It really is.
But I got to tell you, I got to ask you though, I mean, as someone that's setting up a rally for peace, love, and I'm trying to turn off the notifications, Billy, my bad. Peace, love, I mean, what do you say to that lady who sent me a message?
You know, it's just, you got to come out and see it for yourself, because it's not this scary thing.
She's not scared of the actual protest.
Mm-hmm.
She's scared of what you're bringing to the neighborhood with that protest. Does that make sense? It's not. She's not afraid of the actual
mm-hmm.
protest itself.
I don't see an issue with bringing about awareness of issues, though. I think education is so important, especially when you have all these people commenting all this stuff. It just seems like they just don't know, all about it. And the whole point is, I want to bring that awareness to our community so that people don't have to just view it as whatever you see on TV,
Okay, so why did you pick East End? I mean, because here's the thing. You and I was just talking earlier before.
Yeah.
I let you know that the chance of you bumping into somebody I'm related to is significant, and that my family's lived out our entire life. So why would you pick East End?
Well, East End, I picked East End because East End is my hometown. I lived here my whole entire life, and I'm, living here, it's very known that, it's much needed here, especially. And I didn't even know it would get as many reactions as it did. I've literally got more reactions about this than the ones that we've had in Sheridan. Like, I knew it was needed here because of previous experiences here, living here my whole entire life. Like, I just felt the need to bring it to my hometown because I want our hometown to be represented, It's just important to me to have my own hometown.
There you go. Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to turn off the notifications for Billy, so we definitely got your last statement. It's like you gave a statistic, and you brought up Sheridan and you brought up East End.
Uh-huh.
Now there's no doubt in my mind, like, we've been predominantly white.
Yeah.
All my entire life. But like, you were correct. Like, East End in the 2010 census was 95.87% white.
Yeah.
Landmark, I believe, was like 85%.
Yeah.
But our neighboring town, Hensley, was 34% white.
Really?
Yeah. So I was curious, was you aware of the diversity and the progress that we're already making in our town without bringing these events here?
Well, I didn't know about the Hensley one, actually. That's really interesting. But yeah, I mean, I know East End's 95% white, and I mean, my question is, why are there not other races here? Are they afraid?
They're not. Can I answer that question for you? Like, if I just told you my family was out here,
mm-hmm.
I'm white, man.
Yeah.
So my family owned a bunch of property out here.
Yeah.
Like, and their families owned a bunch of property out here.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us that own the property, we didn't move out here. This was just farm country.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when there was nothing down this road right here that's out in front of you. So I can answer the question on that. And I also would like to challenge you a little bit.
Okay.
Start looking into our neighborhoods that are popping up, our subdivisions and stuff, and start looking at the ethnic mix that is going on out here. I got to tell you that I've been pleasantly proud of our community, how far they've come. And when I say community, they realize I'm talking about East End, Landmark, Hensley, all four of us that touch right here. By the way, Sardis, I couldn't get your demographics. Otherwise, I would. So the part of that, and by the way, I want to say thank you for educating people that that you know how white our community actually is. Have you ever experienced discrimination or racism yourself?
Shoot, all over Facebook this past few days, especially, man. And you know, going to Sheridan, there wasn't hardly anybody of different races, honestly. And from people I've heard that are of different races, I've heard their experiences, bad experiences as well. And some of those people, I'm gonna let speak for themselves at our protest with their speeches that they're gonna have, because I don't want to like get their stories wrong. I don't want to, you know, that's not me. I want to have them speak for themselves. But I have heard their experiences living in the East End and going to Sheridan schools.
So I got a couple of questions here from live. I do have to tell you, my friend Courtney in Texas, he wanted to remind everyone population's numbers do not dictate equality. I had a question that says, do you know how much money has the BLM movement given to black communities?
Okay, so BLM, there is a website. However, that website does not necessarily coordinate with Black Lives Matter groups in Arkansas.
See, I got to stop you right there, because that's what we need the real explanation from. We need you to explain how come, why we go on. By the way, when I say we, I mean me and everyone else in our community. When we go in, because now you know it's coming. So now we're going to go, we've seen what we've seen on TV. Now we're going to go check out what's coming.
Great.
And then when you go in there and read that. So I think that, Grant, is where a lot of the breakdown in the community is, the misunderstanding of that. I mean, won't you explain some of the difference from the national Black Lives Movement compared to what you're trying to do here in East End?
Yeah. Yes, and that's, honestly, I've had people explain it to me several times. It is so different. Like, you know, even that website, there is several different things that you can donate to. Now, in Arkansas is not even one Black Lives Matter group. It is several non-profit organizations that actually give back to their communities and do cleanups, even around Little Rock and other places. I've seen plenty of cleanups online.
So, Courtney said exactly, the Black Lives Matter movement. I don't want to misquote. I do want to read some of these. Exactly, the BLM organization is not the same as the movement. Haley has an honest question. Everyone is so concerned about getting other races into white communities, and I have no problem at all with that. But my question is, why we ever say that about Latinos are, I can't read the rest of your question. I'm assuming it's other people of color. How come we don't say we need more Latinos?
I mean, we need everybody. I think we should all be diverse, you know? I mean...
Well, Grant, I'll back you up a little bit on this. One thing I have noticed on Facebook is like, if you, it's almost like we can't support two causes at once, because I do understand the words Black Lives Matter, and I understand the words Blue Lives Matter, and I understand the words All Lives Matter, and they're all three different things. So even though I can understand where her question is coming from, I just will tell you, anytime you're exercising your constitutional rights, you're going to have that, because you can't stand up for everybody there.
Okay.
That's cool. I do have some more questions here for you. You were talking about in one of your videos that you've never spoke at any of the other Black Lives rally, and I believe what you said, it wasn't your place to speak at other rallies. So I want to know why it wasn't your place to speak at other rallies, and then will you be speaking at this rally?
Oh man, the thing about me is I'm awkward. I'm a shy guy. I don't really do much public speaking. You know, I'm more of the guy that gets the word out. You know, I'm very passionate. Did it mess up?
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
I'm very passionate about the movement, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm not much of a public speaker kind of guy, you know. And I have people that are really educated on things that are more than me, you know. And I would really like to have them share their experiences, and because I know people know things and can speak publicly more than I know how to do.
So do you? And I've heard you mention speakers. Do you already have speakers lined up,
Well,
or how's that looking?
I have a few people actually, and I'm still trying to organize. You know, and we're still trying to come together and organize it more. But I already have a couple people that say they're going to speak, and I don't want to just give all the information away just yet. But when I do find out for sure that those people are going to be there, then I will definitely post it.
And can you at least? I mean, are they locally? Are they nationally? I mean, because that's where the concern starts coming into the community. Like, it's not really you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, one of my good friends I went to Sheridan with actually is going to be speaking on some past experiences he's went through, and he actually lives out towards Sheridan, so he's part of this Sheridan school district out here, and I went to high school with him, so I know for sure he's going to be there, and I'm still trying to get other people, and I'm just still trying to organize it basically.
So what you're thinking, you're not like, because one of the big fears is like, I hate group will come in.
Mm-hmm.
So no. You're not like any...
No, I do not. I am not welcoming anybody that wants anything bad to happen to my community, and I do not feel like that's going to happen, and those people are not allowed. I mean, even if it's people from here, I don't want any negativity in this place. This is a peaceful event, and I'm going to keep it a peaceful event. And it will be announced when we get there that this is a peaceful protest, and it will be there. And say that. And if people disagree, they don't have to be here, because I don't want any negativity here.
Haley, I will try to go back and read your question, but I encourage you to... Haley had a question for you.
Okay.
It's the one I couldn't finish. I'll try to get back with it. She said if we couldn't answer it today, that should ask you on the 13th.
Okay.
If I can scroll up, Haley, I'll get it, because I'm trying to read back. This one's come up a couple of times. So you aware of last night that there was 4 school kids shot in Pine Bluff?
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And there's black kids.
Uh-oh.
3 murders.
Mm.
And the question is, why isn't you or any of your followers in College Station or Pine Bluff helping Black Lives there?
In Pine Bluff?
Pine Bluff and over in College Station. I mean, these are, and this is, hey, Grant, by the way, I understand, but I want to understand what you're doing this for. And I support your right to protest, and even in our town. But these are legit questions from our community. So when I'm asking, don't feel like we're attacking you.
Okay.
These are things that we want to know. Because it's like, okay, if Black Lives Matter, here's a real question that I get from people on my Facebook. And now you're bringing this, and this is where we're supposed to get educated about. If Black Lives Matter, if that's what we're saying, and I just told you there was kids killed in College Station in Pine Bluff, and we haven't had a black person killed out here as long as I can remember. I could be wrong. I'm not trying to misquote. Why wouldn't you focus the effort on those counts?
The thing about Black Lives Matter, it's a lot about educating those people that don't really know what the movement is about. And I feel like, those kind of places are majority African American, and I feel like those places already know, more about it than others. I mean, I didn't even know much about it, like I said, until I attended the protest myself and got educated from the speakers that were there. Now, I didn't even know about the whole Pine Bluff incident, to be honest. But, I mean, I'll have to look more into that before I can, give my opinion on it, because I don't want to just state something I don't know nothing about,
And so, I think that's part of your education process that you keep saying. I applaud you for continuing to learn some things. You talked about safety. Haley, if you want to retype your question, I'll try to ask it again. The safety, you said it's a safe, peaceful protest.
Yeah.
Man, I have read the same Facebook posts you have.
Yeah.
How can you say that? How can you say that it's going to be a peaceful and safe protest in our town? You have read the comments. And not only that, I got to tell you, you've participated back in them. And I know I'm guilty of that too, Grant. When someone says something to me, my initial reaction is to post back.
Okay.
So here's what I've seen. I've seen people attack you from the very first time you ever made a post in one of our communities. When you first moved to our town, you asked about a church, and you was attacked for it from the get-go.
What do you mean move a church?
It was on Facebook. We'll talk.
Okay.
Yeah. So now you come back to town. You're setting up a Black Lives Matter protest in the middle of town, in a town that you admit is white.
Yeah.
You admit that it's been racist. You admit that. But I can also show you statistics where we're improving.
Okay. That
we haven't had this death. And you read the comments. Now, you obviously know there's been KKK members comment on your post. There's been Aryan Brotherhood members comment on your post. I'm not even worried about those two groups. Because just to let you know, I've reached out to both of those two groups.
Okay.
They're not concerned about you.
Okay.
Or your protest. Actuality, they support your right to protest.
Yeah.
It's what follows that with you. And here's what's going to get real tricky to you, where you cannot guarantee these people's safety. I'm not worried about those two groups. I'm worried about these neighbors wanting to come out. Like, where are you going to park? Like, we're already talking about, do we put people like around the Dollar General and the Williams Automotive? You get what I'm saying? Because while you are organizing your protest, we got a community that is going to protect their community.
Yeah.
And the only thing we know about Black Lives Matter is what you've told us was incorrect. So now you're bringing it to our community. How can you tell them that? I mean, you can't control other emotions. I've seen people attack you just freaking harshly, dude. I mean, I can't believe the threats people make out in public. I put it to you that way. So how can you promise that it'll be peaceful and safety?
Well, the thing about it is, we're gonna have our event at this park right here, and that's, I only have about maybe 30 people probably actually gonna be there. The thing about events is, if you plan something, like the Sheridan protest we've had, it says 150 people are coming and like 30 people show up, maybe 25. It's not always as big as you think it's going to be, honestly. And our people are going to actually park over here at this park. So, this is a public park for Saline County, so I'm not worried about parking at all at this point. And the thing about it is, I've actually spoken to the East End Fire Department, and they actually said they're going to have the Saline County Sheriff's Department contact me so that, they can actually come out and be the protection, so other people feel safe, because some people, like you said, have that fear. But all honesty, everybody that I have invited are peaceful people that I haven't been involved with in protest, and I honestly don't see any issues at all. The only thing I could see being an issue with is someone having a disagreement, and then, we just have to educate them. We can't just be hateful, like you said. There's no need for the hateful comments. Just educate. Education is key. It really is.
Okay, and I told you on the phone, I was going to ask you some questions that's going to make you uncomfortable, and I was going to hold you to that.
Okay.
Because while I hold my community, and I have, while I hold my community to a certain standard, when they talk to people, I'm going to hold you to that same standard.
Okay.
If it's truly about education, like I've seen you screenshot people's Facebook posts and call them out as racist. That's not educating anyone, Grant. That's participating in what they're doing. And you're actually feeding into the stereotype of what they already think the Black Lives Matter movement is. How does posting, I won't say her name, how did post, even though she said some terrible things, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How did posting her picture and calling her race, how did that help educate her, our community?
The thing is, when I do stuff like that, it actually reaches my people out to educate them. Believe it or not, those people do reach out to those people and educate them on what they said that was incorrect, and hopefully, we all come together to educate.
But that's not happening right now. I guess what I'm challenging you on, man, is when you're encountering these people on Facebook. And by the way, everybody that's watched me knows that everyone that's watched me, they know that I'll own my own. So I'm very guilty of when someone says to me on Facebook, responding.
Yeah.
And they can tell you, I can give you a Facebook lashing, but I draw the line when it comes to like like the Save the Children or like some event I'm sponsoring, because it's like you put yourself out there. And by the way, I commend you for what you're doing. I think that's very brave of you. I commend you for what you're doing, but when you take and you start participating in with them, I think that deletes from your message, because until you started doing that, sorry, my phone ringer. It's more about your actual protest. And now you have given them the opportunity to say you're doing this for attention and all this stuff. So because what you got to realize, when you're standing up like a cause, like, make it about the cause, and realize that when you do that, people are going to say stuff to you. I told you before, I had people questioning me why I'm actually out here giving you screen time out here. But you know what? I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Regina, who, by the way, just showed up over here, she could tell you time after time that I've read something on Facebook, and I'm like, oh my God. Right. And it's because I put my publicly. So how does that help educate that person? I mean, because here's the thing. I promise you, they probably don't think they're racist. Do you get what I'm saying? And maybe you see a side of racism that they don't.
Yeah.
But I've definitely experienced that. The girl sitting beside me, and my mother even, we have yelled and argued about systematic racism in our country. But my view, that doesn't make her racist, nor does it make my mother a racist. But their views are completely different than what you and I share. So how does, like, calling people out, like, help educate them?
Well, like I said, my usually when I do stuff like that, my friends actually reach out to them and try to educate them, believe it or not. You know, and people have actually came to, like, realization and solved their differences, believe it or not. But at the same time, I feel like calling people out is kind of necessary to condemn the hate, because, you know, we can't allow hate in our community, or our community is never going to grow. You know, we can't have, you know, we can't have hate here, and we have to, like.
But that's what I told you on. Isn't that hate? I mean, if
hate,
like, yeah, I mean, because
condemning hate.
I mean,
I don't think condemning hate is hate.
Because if someone's not a racist, or they don't think they're racist, and then you blast the media as being a racist, is that not hateful towards them?
I mean, it's the truth.
How do you know? You don't know what's in their heart. I challenge the racism. Like, I'm giving you more credit right now.
Yeah.
I'm giving you more credit as far as you've evolved. You've left our small town. You've told it. I'm giving you more credit.
Yeah.
But how is that helping? Some of those people that are saying that stuff on your Facebook page, even though I see why you think they're racist comments. Okay?
Yeah.
I know these people. They're not racist. You get what I'm saying? And I know that don't make any sense, but how does that help? Because I think it hurts your cause. I think what you're doing is you're accidentally stirring up the pot here in a small town, and that's where I'm worried for our town. Like, I was all cool for your event, and it's hard not to participate back and forth, Grant. It is. I'm so guilty of that. But man, if I could just issue some advice, just tell you not to do that. You make it. I have called two of my friends out on a Save the Children, like they was making it political. I called them out, just told them point blank, and says, "Let me know when it's about the kids."
I don't blame you there.
We're
all human, just so you know. You know, I don't blame you for that either. You know, we all make mistakes, and we all don't have patience sometimes, and we all need to have patience with one another. That's why I'm having this event, so those people can actually come out here and hear our speakers, and then hopefully learn something, you know, that they didn't before. And I hope it touches someone's heart, honestly.
Are you concerned about your safety at all?
I'm not. I really ain't, because a lot of the times, you know how all these hateful comments are on here, right? Those people don't even show up half the time, and you know, they try to put fear in people, and you just can't let them have that fear, because I'm not scared of a peaceful protest, because I know what we're here for, and I know it's going to be announced at the beginning that we're peaceful, and that we're even going to have a prayer, and we're all going to come together and have a good old time.
So I know, like, I don't know how much time you actually got.
I don't know what time it is.
Like, I know you got to go to work. I mean, it's 12:33, so if you're good, I still got a few more questions.
Okay, we can actually have a few more minutes.
Okay, cool. Because I want to ask more details about the event. I want to make sure I cover what the community wanted me to cover as well.
Okay.
And I think you might be misunderstanding why they don't believe your event is going to get out of hand. You get what I'm saying? They believe your grants event that your 40 or 50 friends show up to do.
Yeah.
They believe it will be fine. They will believe it'll be fine, and it actually supports your right to do that, even though they might not back your cause.
Yeah.
But everywhere we've seen Black Lives Matter come to do an event, it brings outsiders in that do bring the trouble.
Well, every event
so
I've been a part of,
I tell you, because you have a different life experience. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have a different life experience. So I tell you that. So keep in mind when people are asking, is it going to be peaceful? They're not talking about you. They know you and your friends aren't going to go get together and decide to burn down the Dollar General.
Exactly.
You get that? They know that about you.
Yeah.
That's not what they're worried about. They're worried about what else it brings. Do you think that's a concern? I mean,
no, I'm not. I'm honestly not concerned at all. This is a peaceful event, and it's going to stay a peaceful event.
Okay, and so you said a few things like logistically. You haven't contacted Lee County Sheriff's that asked them?
No, I haven't talked to them yet. However, I did talk to the East End Fire Department, and they said they were going to reach out to me, to have those people there for us. And I've seen people comment about having the police there. So I have no doubt they're going to give me a call and just, even with Sheridan, they actually reached out to me and was like, can y'all get together with us just to, have y'all come together just for us to know that y'all are here to have a peaceful event.
Well, you have to know you're not even in Sheridan. You've learned over the past you've learned over the past few days East End is even more different than Sheridan.
Yeah.
I can't say for sure this Lee County cops are going to come out and do that for you.
Okay.
But I would bet money that there's going to be people in the neighborhood probably lined up with their guns.
Yeah, and they have every constitutional right to do so.
Up in those parking lots. How do you think that's going to impact you that day?
Honestly, they always do that to me. They always bring guns to protest because they want to protect their property, is what they say.
Well, do you think based on what they've seen on TV? Do you think our residents in our town, because 500 people could wipe out our town pretty quick? Do you think that's a valid reason?
Honestly, I don't have any issue. I don't feel like anything negative would happen. So I'm not concerned about that.
So I know you've seen someone come up. This is my friend Tim. Everybody in the neighborhood said him, and he's got a question for you.
Okay.
That's Tim Prater.
I'm not trying to be ugly. I ain't here to cause drama. I ain't here to cause no problems. I'm here to ask you a question straight face to face. Okay, I asked it on here a minute ago, and Alvie asked you. You completely skirted the question like you was a daggone politician. So I'm going to ask you face to face 100%.
Yeah.
Last night on 5:30 at Woodson Lateral, 4 black kids were shot.
Really?
Okay. 4 black kids from College Station, high school kids that go to Mills High School.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 murders happened in Pine Bluff yesterday.
Wow.
3. Okay.
Okay.
Back in spring, I picked a kid's brains up off of a basketball court in College Station. Okay?
Yeah.
My question, how come you're not taking Black Lives Matter to the black communities and helping them?
Because the whole thing is about education on the Black Lives Matter movement.
What is the Black Lives Matter movement?
The movement, it's a whole different big thing. I'm not really the one to tell all the information about it. I'm just...
So, no, because we're here, and you're bringing, and listen, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to be ugly to you. I'm not, because that's not how I roll, okay? I'm a veteran, I'm a former law enforcement officer, I'm a firefighter. I do things to help my community, okay? I don't bring drama to my community. I help my community.
Okay.
I pick people up off the ground and I stand them up. Every time I arrested somebody for methamphetamines, you can ask this man right here. I talk to them like they're grown. I talk to them like they have a problem and I help them.
Absolutely.
Okay? Anybody who knows me knows that. I'm very well known between East End and Landmark.
Okay.
What have you done to help the black communities if Black Lives Matter so much?
Just bringing about awareness about the movement. That's all we do is educate people on what Black Lives Matter is about.
Can you understand why that doesn't make no sense? Because if you cared that much about Black Lives, and I'm not here, dude, I'm not trying to be a bully, I'm not trying to be ugly. I'm here because I want to know, and people on there want to know, and everybody else out here. If Black Lives mattered to you so much, what have you done to help a Black life?
We always bring about awareness.
Awareness to what?
And we do use our money to do cleanups and give back to the community.
Where did you clean up last?
I haven't done a cleanup myself. However, I have friends that do cleanups after the protests.
What have you done? Because you're organizing this, man, and this is what people out here want to know. Okay, what have you done? Because I'll tell you what I've done. When I picked that kid's brains up off of the basketball court, and the pregnant lady, the pregnant black kid who was standing there and couldn't get to her car because we had it taped up in crime scene, you know what I did? I walked to my patrol car and I got money out of my wallet and I handed it to her so she could go get food for her baby because all of her crap was locked up in her car. That's what I've done.
That's good.
Okay? I Narcaned a kid not too long ago who overdosed on heroin. That's what I've done.
Man.
People want to know what you've done because here's the appearance that it's being made. And I'm not here to interrupt Alvie. I'm not here to be ugly. I'm not here to do anything, but I want answers.
Yeah.
Okay? What have you specifically done for the black community to help them if Black Lives matter to you so much?
Well, I myself have given bottled water to people that were on the side of the street wanting water and the heat. Older black man. I'm not here to sell myself though.
I'm not saying you are.
Can I interrupt for 1 second? Because and here's what I was trying to get. You're talking about education, like he's here ready to be educated.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like he's saying like, but you're not answering the questions.
I'm not the speaker. I'm not a speaker here. I bring my friends here that are very educated on a lot of different matters, and I have them speak for me.
Do you see that's where the neighborhood fear comes in, though? Because you keep saying you'll bring people in, but yet I keep telling you.
I know. I went to school with.
But we don't know those people.
Okay.
Are they from our community?
Like I said, one of my friends is coming from near Sheridan, and they are part of the Sheridan School District and went to school with me. So I know he's going to be there for sure, and he's going to talk about his experiences growing up in the area and what he's faced. Now, I can't give y'all all the information right now because I don't have all the details together yet, but I'm still trying to organize.
Can you do all of us a favor, including me? Go back to whoever you need to talk to at Black Lives Matter and get questions like that, and don't look at them because and Tim, I got to be honest, I think a lot of times those questions gets overlooked based on how they're thrown out. It's usually like, they'll throw what about the white people, then they'll throw up whites and the black people, so then those questions get overlooked. But that is really a valid question. I mean especially I gave you the statistics how our neighborhood diversity has changed, but yet right across the bridge we're still seeing people die. So if you're going to educate us about Black Lives Matters, what do we need to learn in our community? Because I personally think we did a damn good job the past 40 years. I mean, and I've been out here. You get what I'm saying? And that's a valid question. And so you make sure you have an answer for these people on Saturday. On Saturday, you make sure you have on that Sunday. You make sure you have an answer for these people about what is your plan in the black? Because don't you think they deserve that answer?
Yeah, you're right.
Can you tell me
why
Black Lives matter more than any other life?
It's not about Black Lives matter more than any other life.
Explain this. Good. Why do they say? That's a good question. Why do they say Black Lives Matter versus all lives matter?
Because the thing is, they have been systematically prejudiced against and targeted for years, and that's the whole point of it, is we want to bring awareness about the fact that we're trying to reach equality. We want everybody to be treated equal and not look down on.
But I'd also like that if we can have an all-black college, we can have an all-white college without me being called racist for it.
Well, hey, I want to have you guys
Equality
on with it.
for
I do have an answer for her question right there for you. I do have an answer, like the reason Black Lives Matter.
Shouldn't be about color.
Hang on 1 second.
I know, right?
I got a question. I got an answer to your question.
Okay.
So the reason Black Lives Matter, you got to remember when the movement was first started. It was to just raise an attention to it. It wasn't saying no other lives matter.
It's really not.
No other lives matter.
And people have said the same thing you have. They say, Why is it called Black Lives Matter? Shouldn't it be called Black Lives Matter too?
But dude, you bringing this to our town, you got to be able to answer that. I'm sitting over here answering the question for her. You get what I'm saying? They know where I stand on it. That they have no, they know where I stand on this. But you're bringing this to our town, and you can't answer their questions. I'm having to answer. Why?
That's the problem that this community is looking at, Grant, and they're not looking at Grant Smith. They're not looking at anything other than the history of what goes on in every town. Okay? That's all they're looking at. So now they come in here. Grant Smith is representing Black Lives Matter movement right here. You're wearing the shirt, you're wearing the mask, you're wearing all that. And you can't give us answers.
Exactly, because I'm not one of the speakers.
Okay, but you're here as a representative of them. If I showed up right now and I was in uniform, if I was still a deputy, if I showed up right now and you said, Deputy Preator, I need to know what the state statute for drug paraphernalia says. Okay, and I would look at you and I would go, Arkansas State Statute 564-443 is the Arkansas drug paraphernalia statute. And it says felony for any paraphernalia in conjunctions with meth or cocaine, it makes it a Class D felony. Anything else is a Class A misdemeanor.
Right.
Okay, but if I looked at you and I said, I don't know, I'm going to have to go call an attorney, that's wrong.
Okay.
You are here as a representative of Black Lives Matter and you can't answer no questions. So this is what happens. Okay? Sunday on the 13th, I'm just going to tell you, it doesn't matter to me because I'm not going to be here.
Okay.
You're going to face a wall. Okay?
And y'all are more than welcome to
listen,
do that.
No, it's not y'all. See,
it's
and you're already taking offense to it, bro. You're not listening. Your ears are closed. Your eyes are open. Your ears are closed.
Okay.
You're going to face a wall.
Yeah.
And you're going to face that wall because of you sitting here right now and you can't answer no questions. You can't.
Okay.
You're completely skirting around everything like a politician, bro, and that's not right. If you're going to come to a community that has zero issues, because there's no issues here. The issues that we have in this community, are theft and methamphetamines. Okay, so come here and bring awareness to meth and theft.
Okay.
Now you're getting pissed off. I'm not mad.
I'm not mad.
You're
you have
getting
your
pissed
opinion.
off.
I do. You do.
So I mean, he's a calm one.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let.
A what?
He's a calm one.
What's that?
Calm. In other words, how he's talking to you, he's being calm.
Yeah.
And you're getting nervous. This is for me. Remember, I told you.
I'm not.
No, but it's not
discussion.
But hang on one second.
I'm
Hang
just
on one
saying.
second. Hang on. No. Pause. You two
I'm by
pause for a
myself,
second.
and I don't just.
Hey, by the way, you're
at all.
not by yourself. You
You're
got
not.
100 people watching on Facebook. I support your right to come up to our town. Let me make it clear, because I can tell you're getting
Nobody
nervous.
is.
I support your right to come up to our town and bring Black Lives Matter here. I support your beliefs. I am proud of you for having the courage to do that. You understand? I mean you no ill will whatsoever. You have no reason to be nervous. He just stopped law enforcement like 2 weeks ago. You get what I'm saying? No one's here to hurt you.
Right.
Here's a message in the calm, because come Sunday, it's not going to be that way. Do you get what I'm saying?
And we always have opposing sides, and we're fine with that. You know, we try to educate people. We do. So I mean, we always have opposing sides. That's normal. It's nothing new. And I'm not
We're
afraid
not
about
here
that.
opposing you. We're here with questions.
I do my
I know.
research.
I understand.
Grant, I do research, man. I never go into anything blind. Okay, I didn't come here with your intentions. That you were bringing that here. I started investigating Grant because that's what I do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's who I am. So you come here, you say you're going to do all this, and you don't want drama, and you want peace, and you want all that.
Yeah.
Did you, or did you not, go to Sheridan, Arkansas, and tell them that you were going to take their white their white women and go make brown babies?
No, they did not.
Okay. Nobody said
It's
that.
It's on my YouTube channel if you want to hear
I'm
it.
asking.
No,
I'm asking. It's not. I'm not accusing. I'm asking.
That was a rumor.
So that never happened.
No,
The state police never asked you to leave at that point.
No, sir.
Okay. All right.
People misinterpret things, I guess.
Have you or have you not taken property off of signs around this community and burned them on your Facebook page?
They had put paper on my sign, and I did take
I'm
it.
asking.
Yeah.
Have you taken property off of signs and burned
There
them
was a
on your
piece of
Facebook?
paper on one of my signs, and I
okay.
did. Yes.
I get that. But so yes, you have.
Yes, I did.
Hey, I do want to interrupt. Someone in the neighborhood told me to tell you, Grant, the man standing beside you would die for you, even though they disagree with you. That making you uncomfortable would die to save your life. So I wanted to make sure, like, other people in the neighborhood.
Unfortunately, I do have to go to work, y'all.
Yeah, I know need to make it, like, if y'all give me a second to wrap up.
And I'm not mad at either, y'all, I promise. I just want to bring awareness. We really do want to bring awareness. And I would like you to be there, both of you.
Here's my suggestion. If you want to,
you don't want to be there,
and this is truth. If you want to help Black lives,
yeah.
If you want to fix the things that are going on, there's more black on black crime than there is white on crime. There's more black on black crime than there is police killing black people. Okay, there's more that statistically it's proven. This is not just shit coming out of my mouth, for lack of better terms. It's proven. If you really cared about the black community, go to the black community and help those kids. Go to Mills High School right now. Go to Mills High School and educate them kids on shooting each other on the fucking highway.
All right, I'll have more for y'all on Sunday. But
I'm out.
All right,
thank you for your time, though. I really do appreciate you.
So
and I respect you. I do.
So I will tell you, I've known Tim since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Like, Regina was the one that was supposed to be here holding the camera. He said he was coming up here to ask you his question. And I wasn't worried about him at all. If anything, he would stop other people from coming out. So, I mean, you learn just from him a different perspective. And even from Regina.
I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm not.
No, but you understand where the concerns are coming from. But you know, I do got to tell you, and then I just want to follow everything up. Some of the things you've said. You said Black Lives Education. Hopefully we'll get to learn more about that this Sunday.
Not this Sunday.
The next Sunday, yep. Sorry, here goes that buggle again. Said it's not about destruction or a good cause. Right. So hopefully we'll get to see that in action. You've told us it's not like it's on TV, and I don't personally believe it is either, by the way. And we're going to learn the true meaning of behind the Black Lives Movement. Yeah. I hope to God, man, that you come through on that one. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm very vocal on a lot of social issues in our community. It's hard for me to be vocal on this, which is weird because I definitely support Black lives.
Yeah.
100%. Like, he brought up the police brutality because he knows how I feel about that. Like, that's one of my friends. And I would post things about police killing disproportionately African Americans on stops with him. Made both of us uncomfortable. You get what I'm saying? But you're going to be faced with that. I'm completely proud of you for setting this event up. I love some of the things you said, that you felt like the love of God leaves you to do this.
Yes.
So that's awesome. And you will make a difference in your town.
I do.
And I truly believe you do feel like the love of God leads you to do this. So I want to encourage you to do this. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter what Regina or Tim says. If you believe that's what God's encouraging you to do, you should do it. Just understand that it's big. It's big for this town. There's valid concerns. I know you haven't got a list of speakers yet. I do want to. Is there anything I do? What to expect at the event? I do have some questions. You think there'll be plenty of parking at the ICANN Center?
Yeah, right here.
Up here. I got to talk about the sidewalks in East End because you're doing a march.
Yeah.
I just drove through town. Where's these sidewalks?
They're over there toward the East End Fire Department. Have you not seen the sidewalks?
Okay, you mean down by East? Okay, because here was my fear. The only where I knew there was sidewalks.
Yeah.
And you keep saying sidewalks.
Yeah, there's
and to the average person, guess where the only place we see sidewalks in our community is? In our neighborhoods. And so, right, but see, you wasn't. You wasn't very specific about it. So as I'm driving down, I didn't even drive that far because I was looking for something a little closer.
Yeah.
I'm driving down, I'm thinking, man, you're a nut if you think you're going to take a group of people through the neighborhood. I mean, that's not going to happen. And I believe a lot of people out there think something like that might happen. So I hope you understand that is the biggest fear. Grant, and what about social distancing and face masks?
Yes. Most when we have our protests, I know in Sheridan and Little Rock, we have our face masks. So we're going to be wearing our face masks, and we're going to try our best to keep our social distance. As you can see, this place is huge. So I mean, there's no way to really not social distance. So definitely gonna put that on there. Make sure everybody has a mask and social distances while they're here. So.
Okay, so just to recap, I do have one question. Would you call it a protest instead of a rally? That throws people off, because I'm wondering what are you protesting here in East End? Your terminology means something when you're setting up these events.
That's just the name of it. I don't know.
Maybe I'd encourage you to go back and re-edit that to the word rally, because protest implies that you're protesting something, and you haven't said anything about that. In fact, you've been more about education since I've been speaking to you about that. And so it's going to be Sunday, September 13th at 2 p.m. Correct? At the ICANN Arts and Resource Center. Just for the record, Julie Mayberry did not say she's back in the event. She just, can you give the exact quote?
She said that don't put the name of the ICANN Dance Center on there. But the problem is it won't let you click location and hit the park because, I don't know, it doesn't exist on Google Maps or something.
The park doesn't exist on Google Map. It pops up as ICANN Resource Center for that.
But I just changed it to East End so that she wouldn't have her, location on there. For disrespectful to her,
I got you. Well, Grant, is there anything you'd like to say else to the audience?
I just want to let y'all know this will be a peaceful event. You have my word, and we will start off with the prayer, and we're gonna all come together and make an announcement that it will be a peaceful event, and that nobody that's trying to spread hate, like any violence or anything, none of that's welcome at this protest, because we are simply here to exercise our constitutional rights.
Well, Grant, thank you so much. Like I promised you, you feel like I treated you fair in the interview? I kind of warned you where it was going. I mean, we did have two unexpected surprises.
Yeah.
That's good practice for you for next Sunday. All right. Thank you so much, Grant, for that. And so, guys, there we go. That's going to wrap up my interview with Grant from... he's got to go. Grant, let me shake his hand. Grant, go to work. Thanks, Grant. I appreciate it. I will see you... I got to put my mask back on now. I'm standing up. I will see you... next Sunday. Is it okay if I give you a call if I have some follow-up questions beforehand? Yeah, no way. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Hey, for real.
Nice to meet you,
Hey, for real, man. I'm proud of you, dude.
Well,
that's your constitutional right to do what you do, and that's awesome. So, guys, here we are. I'm out at ICANN. Just finished my interview with Grant. I'm sorry if I didn't answer all your questions that y'all was asking. They were scrolling through. I will say the guy's nervous. Very appreciative for Tim's question and even Regina's. It's all things we need to know. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in and for the good compliments. I'm going to go back and read everybody's questions and see about this. So I think he is nervous. He got real nervous when Tim walked up. Rightfully so. I don't really think he knows what everybody's real concern is. Definitely an odd situation. I don't know. He really is coming from a good heart, guys. I will tell you guys that, because I've spoke to him on the phone before this and on Facebook. In it's just the uncertainty of what it brings, and that's what I was trying to get across to him. It wasn't his protest that I was worried about. It's what comes with that. So everybody out there's watching. I mean, we're going to have the event here. It's going to happen. I truly believe Grant and his friends will want to keep it peaceful. So that'll be up to us, the neighborhood people, to keep it peaceful within our neighborhood. And I think it's dawning on him that, when you're doing a Black Lives Matter protest, it's really not about you, it's about what you're bringing in. So I'd encourage you guys, if you do come out September either to protest or protect. The protest or protect, that, you be good. Exercise that right that we all do. It's what makes America great. For the record, I'm proud of our community. I really am. Alright guys, peace out. I got this secondary camera I got to put up. Had an awesome time hanging out with you guys. I'll get a list of questions and see if I can't get them answered. This is Alvie. Sign out. Remember, make good choices.
And, just see